YouTube, what's good? Simple9 here, back in with another video. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, probably because you've seen my channel and videos and stuff, but I haven't made a video in a while, but most of you probably know that I'm a huge wrestling fan. And next week is the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. So, why am I making a video? Because I am going to be reviewing every single WrestleMania from WrestleMania 1 all the way to WrestleMania 29. And where do we start? Well, obviously, we got to start with WrestleMania 1, so that's why I'm here today. And also, I'm going to be uploading multiple reviews a day, so you're going to be seeing more videos from me, if you're into that sort of thing. Alright, so up first, we got the very first WrestleMania from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, and multiple places around the country via closed circuit television, which means you get to watch it in a school gymnasium or in a movie theater, which is pretty cool because I wish that was still going on today. But now we got live stream, so I kind of still wish WrestleMania was still being shown in movie theaters. But anyway, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse the Body Ventura are the commentators, and Mean Gene Okerlund sings the national anthem. Now, that's kind of funny because Vince McMahon, knowing him, he loves America the Beautiful more, and this is probably the only time we get to hear the national anthem being performed at WrestleMania. And of all people, we get to see Mean Gene Okerlund perform it. So, there we go. Alright, so let's get right on down to the matches. The very first match was Tito Santana versus the Executioner. And apparently the storyline going for this was that the Executioner was pretty much undefeated, which is probably true because Buddy Rose, who was the Executioner, had never worked as the Executioner before. So, what better way to debut a character than being in the very first match at WrestleMania? Now this match was very forgettable. I mean, it's only 4.5 minutes. Nothing really too special. I mean, Tito Santana wins by a figure four. 4.5 minutes. Tito Santana wins. It's not that forgettable. Next match was King Kong Bundy with his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, against Special Delivery S.D. Jones. Again, this is another jobber match. I mean, the Executioner was pretty much a jobber, but this one's pretty much another jobber match. I mean, this one pretty much ended in 18, or not 18 seconds. It was actually 9 seconds. 9 seconds? 24 seconds. There we go. It's 24 seconds. But hey, it's longer than it kind of should have been. But yeah, King Kong Bundy wins this 24-second match. Whoopee. The next match is Ricky Steamboat against Maniac Matt Bourne. And he's not related to Evan Bourne. And this is pretty much the last of the jobber matches because, obviously, I've never heard of Matt Bourne before. I don't think anybody has. So, yeah, that's Ricky Steamboat. Pretty much gets the win. Pretty much a back and forth match. Yeah, a lot of 2 counts in this one. Steamboat delivers the double thrust cross chop and hits the flying crossbody press for the win. And Ricky Steamboat gets the win. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, I should say. Now we got another snooze fest. Well, hey, this is pretty much the super card of wrestling. I mean, they had to compete with WCW in their Starrcade, so this is pretty much their equivalent to it. David Sanmartino and his father Bruno in his corner against Brutus Beefcake and Johnny Valiant in his corner. Now, this is pretty much like Eric Watts meets David Flair. 20 years before or 10 years before its time. This is pretty much what it was. I mean, David Sammartino was not really not as good as his dad, obviously. And Brutus Beefcake, well, he's Brutus Beefcake, so yeah, Brutus Beefcake is Brutus Beefcake. This is before he was the barber. Um, this match pretty much ended in a double disqualification because all four of these men got involved with each other. Nothing really too special happened. I mean, this is pretty much not really looking forward to. Not really good start to a WrestleMania for sure. I mean, the four matches are boring as hell, and yeah, it was just bad. Double disqualification. You get a dud and two jobber matches. So, whoopee. All right, so now we get to finally a good match, the Intercontinental title match. The Greg the Hammer Valentine defending his Intercontinental Championship against the JYD Junkyard Dog. Now this match was a very enjoyable match. The first good match of the night. There was a lot of back and forth action. All right, sorry about that, guys. My battery shut off before I finished that one. Now, where was I? I was at the Greg Valentine Junkyard Dog match. A lot of headbutts in this one. Jimmy Hart gets up on the apron to distract the referee, but it gets Junkyard Dog's attention instead. Greg Valentine comes from behind. JYD moves out of the way. Pretty much, Greg Valentine hits his own manager, and Greg Valentine covers him 1, 2, 3, but his feet were on the ropes, and then Tito Santana comes out and tells the referee that Valentine cheated to win the match. The decision was reversed and actually the match restarted. My bad. And Greg the Hammer Valentine was reluctant to get back into the ring, and the match was counted out. So your winner via count out was the Junkyard Dog. All right, the next match. Next match was very enjoyable if you were a fan of these two. Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik against the U.S. Express for the Tag Team Championships. This match was very back and forth. A very classic tag team match. I mean, you got... Iron Sheik is the Iron Sheik. I mean, come on. And plus you got Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo as the U.S. Express. So it's a very classic tag team match. A lot of back and forth action. A lot of drop kicks. The Iron Sheik actually does a drop kick, which is surprising. So the end result is, I think it was Iron Sheik hits Barry Windham with Freddie Blassie's cane, and Nikolai Volkov covers him for the win, and your new tag team champions, the International Badasses, Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. Now we get to the Body Slam Challenge. Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd. Now, here's the situation for this one. If Big John Studd slammed Andre the Giant's career would be finished. But if Andre the Giant slammed Big John Studd, he would win $15,000. So yeah, this one was pretty much just a lockup hold, pretty much, and the end result is pretty much we all know the end result. Andre the Giant slams Big John Studd. He gets the money, he throws it out in the crowd, and then Bobby the Brain Heenan steals the money and goes back to the back. So yeah, Andre the Giant, the one and only true giant. Andre the Giant is your winner in this one. Now we got the women's championship match. I don't know why this is the 8th match on the card, but hey, it's the 8th match. The women's championship, Leilani Kai against Wendy Rector with the great Cyndi Lauper in her corner. And also, I think Fabulous Moolah was in Leilani Kai's corner too, but I might be mistaken. But hey, it is what it is. So this one was pretty much just your average women's match. I mean, end result, pretty much Leilani Kai hits body slam and goes for the top rope press. Wendy Richter attempts to use the momentum, but it doesn't work. So Kai just rolls over and hits her, rolls over for her, and Wendy Richter gets the 1, 2, 3. So it's pretty much she goes for the crossbody, and it's reversed, and Wendy Richter pins her. And your new winner and women's champion is Wendy Richter. So there you go. And now it's time for the very first ever main event of the first ever main event of the evening. No, this is the very first ever main event at WrestleMania. It is Hulk Hogan and Mr. T against Rowdy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Now, in Hulk Hogan and Mr. T's character is Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and in Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff's character is Cowboy Bob Orton. Now, there are 2 referees for this match. One special referee and another special referee. You get, who was it? Pat Patterson and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. So, yeah. This one was just a great match. This is probably the only memorable match on this show. This one was, it's probably the only memorable match on the show. So, you guys know the winners of this one. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T get the win after Bob Orton hits Paul Orndorff with his cast, and there you go. So, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T get the win against Rowdy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. So, this is the very first WrestleMania. I mean, what more can I say? 3 jobber matches, a women's match, and a body slam contest aren't really ideal matches for a supercard type of spectacular. The Hogan match was good for what it was. Definitely was the best match on the show due to the time restraints to the other matches. Valentine and the Junkyard Dog was a plain kick and punch fiasco. A lot of headbutts. The tag title match had potential. So did Steamboat and Bourne. Have they been given more time for the match? David San Martino should not be wrestling in a WrestleMania, and Beefcake is just Beefcake. But hey, we got to see Bruno San Martino, Andre the Giant, Rowdy Piper, Barry Windham, Mike Rotundo. So you might as well be happy campers for that. Out of 5, I would give this a 5 out of 10. Excuse me. I'm going to rate these out of 10. Out of 10, I'm going to give this a 5. Best match of the night, hands down, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff. And the worst match would be King Kong Money and S.C. Jones. So that is it for WrestleMania 1. Stay tuned for WrestleMania 2.